Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast. I'm Wez Clarke and today I'm joined by
Andy Saunders.
And basically this is a relaunch of the Start a Conversation campaign about mental health awareness here on the Isle of Man. So Andy, last year we started obviously this campaign and it was based around the beer mats. Mm-hmm. So do you want to give us a bit of tell the people insight into what's
I think that story's been documented in the last files. Remember, we did the bit with the BBC, and there'll be a link for that and so on, so you can have a look into it. The BMX came along with an idea of Wez, where we had a spate of quite unfortunate suicides on the island all at one period, and we felt that there were people that are not getting the help at the right time, and so Wez came up with this idea. Look, people go to the pub, get a number on the beer mats, so that if they call or if they're struggling, we've got one last chance of hitting them before they go and make that decision, which is so terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I think they've served the purpose as well. I think they've certainly helped.
They have, and we have had people comment that they have made a difference in certain events and so on. And so what we've done is we've reloaded. Obviously, these came out in January 2020. Was launched and everything, and then we had the COVID outbreak, and that really put a scupper to the whole scheme and what we were planning, because we were planning a series of island-wide events all around, based around music events on the island, building up to a big crescendo in the Villa Marina. They all had to be cancelled. We tried to start rescheduling at the start of this year. Obviously, we had more lockdowns and so on. So now we've reloaded. We've got another 50,000 beer mats. We're ready to go out and go again and get those back out into the pubs and start building up the scheme again and setting up the events that we were going to set up around the island, and hopefully get everybody talking about mental health, and also getting out and seeing some great music and stuff that's going to help you start your conversation.
That's what it's all about, getting people talking. You know, it's your island, start the conversation, break the stigma and do your bit. Get the conversation started. So as you said, you touched on the fact that we're ready to go, reloaded. So what's the events that we've got planned?
Well, what we've planned to do is bring the Start a Conversation event to each of the towns around the island at some stage throughout this year, building up to a big gala event in the Villa Marina, hopefully at the start of next year, to sort of bring it on. So from now on, and we'll work throughout the winter to bring a situation where we have a musical event in each town based on more than one venue. We're not talking about just picking a venue. We want to have each town filled with different styles of music and so on, and people can move around the town talking, spreading, going to see each other and interacting with different people around the town as they move on.
Excellent idea. So the next thing, just want to say that the Start a Conversation campaign, it's an action group, a community group. We're not political, we're not a charity. The aim is to raise awareness and to help charities raise money and continue their great work that they're doing on the Isle of Man. So basically that's what we did with the events before COVID.
Yeah, we had some events. So we had some events before that started. The first of the big actual all-day events was cancelled just at the start of lockdown number 1 last year. But we did have a couple of smaller events that raised money for Praxis Isle of Man and for our Listen. So they have had funding from the account, from the Start a Conversation already. And for that, Praxis have built or are building a outdoor sheltered area at some of their premises where their people can have a relaxing outdoor space to just chill out in. I know our listeners spent money on various different schemes to work with children.
I think there was like a startup pack as well, I think, wasn't it?
Praxis also do a startup pack for people to come into their residential homes that really come in with nothing. They've been able to supply quite a few of those packs for people coming in, which have your basics for living in an accommodation: toothbrushes, soaps, pillows.
So it's making a difference. Supporting these events, it is making a difference.
And this is just small fry stuff that we've done so far, just raising money at basic events and so on. And hopefully lots of musicians have helped already by giving up the time for free, by giving fees that they've made from gigs into it and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that we can have help with. If you're a musician out there and you want to help along, get in touch with us, and we will make sure that you get involved with the groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd like to encourage, local businesses, other charities, for people to get in touch. Anything you feel that you can do to help, get in touch with us. I mean, it's going to take all of us to come together and make a difference. So
yeah, and we had a core of 5 charities we were planning on working with, and we discussed it with, which were obviously Praxis Isle of Man, as we've spoken of, Our Listen, Samaritans, Reach, and the Ballymona Association of Mental Health, which is sort of like an umbrella organisation who provide funding for any of these other charities who are struggling to raise funds for a specific event. So those are the charities we're currently involved with, but there are other charities out there that want to get involved, want to put their name and help us or get some help from us. We'll definitely consider any mental health based charity at all for further funding. Like
we touched on there with local businesses, you're out there, get in touch, because we do need your help. And we were saying about there's courses that people can do. We spoke to someone at Manx Minds, so we know that they run courses. And basically there's courses out there. You've got the mental health first aid. So that, I mean, basically anyone can do this. So, and there's another one, assist. So that's applied suicide intervention skills training. So basically it's worth doing these things, looking out for signs and basically just educating yourself. And
ask your employer if they have, because there's lots and lots more employers now are looking to have mental health support within their community, and lots of employers are willing to work, and these courses aren't expensive anyway.
I mean, that should be a standard thing, I think, rolled out sort of across the island. Employers do have a responsibility to look after their employees, and I think now in this day and age, I think with the awareness around mental health at the moment, that should be a priority for businesses.
Yeah, and I think that's something that our campaign will look at in the end, is actually funding people to go on these courses. And making sure that we can get as many people around our community as possible, especially in volunteer groups and things like that. So if you are running a volunteer group in another situation, or you're dealing with lots of people in our community regularly, get in touch with us as well. And if we can help at some stage, we'll certainly help. And follow up in the links and stuff. There'll be links to all the different courses, not just with Manx Minds, but also I'll Listen run courses I know of. St John's I've run the first aid course. There's lots of places out there to get this training and what's available.
And if it's something you're interested in doing, get in touch, put your name down. We've got a Facebook page. I made the Start Conversation Facebook page, because obviously we are looking to try and put people through and fund people doing these courses, because it's going to benefit everyone. People just educating themselves.
Right now, and what we really need to discuss now though, Wes, is where people can get some help if they are having issues of their own at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously there's people out there that are struggling, and this whole campaign and everything around it, it's to encourage people to speak up. Talking to you, you have to understand that you don't have to suffer in silence anymore. You're not alone. There's people out there that will help, they want to help, and they will listen, but it's on you to speak up. You have to seek that help. This is what we're trying to encourage. People have to start a conversation, and for people that are struggling out there, the first places you should contact, you've got Quell, and what we'll do, we'll put all the numbers and all the links.
Their website page is created by Isle of Man Government and very good. Quell is the adult version, which has got lots and lots of resources for you, and Couth.im is the version aimed at under 18s and also the families of people who are under 18 and struggling.
I mean, obviously there's parents out there who are worried, concerned about their child. So that's where they should be looking to contact. Yeah. And obviously, like I said, we'll put all the links and the numbers for people there in the comments below. So if you are struggling, or you're a parent with a child, or if you're just worried about anyone and you just need a bit of advice, then these are the places that you should be contacting to do that.
Yeah. And if you're feeling, if it's got a bit worse than that and you really need to talk to someone quickly, we can't recommend the Samaritans enough. They work very hard and they have got trained people that will listen to you
Great
directly.
work that they do.
So, yeah.
So,
and of course, your doctor.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah.
That should be a
that's the next place you have to go.
Yeah.
The doctor will listen to you. He can help you self-refer if you need to speak to someone in the mental health teams on the island, and it will definitely be of assistance to you to go and speak to the doctor. There's so many ways they can help you, whether that be with helping you with lifestyle changes, just chatting to you and finding out where your issues are coming from, and perhaps even, if it comes to it, medication that can help out.
I mean, just that first step of speaking to your doctor, making that phone call, making that appointment. I mean, I know firsthand how scary that is, but I also know how important it is. You know, do it. Go and speak to your doctor. That's the first step to putting you on the road to that recovery. You know, you'll feel it's a sense of relief just knowing that there's someone there that will listen. And honestly, those people out there that really want to help, you know, we've got to start doing this. So I can't stress that enough. So
yeah, and that's all we can say. Your doctor's there to support you,
yeah.
And they're all experienced in dealing with this issue now. It's not a small issue, unfortunately, on the island. So get along to your GP.
Yeah, and like I say, we can't stress that enough. So the next thing, Andy, basically a bit of a roundup. So basically the events that we're going to be doing, music.
Well, music-wise, you'll keep an eye on us. We're going to be building up our events throughout the year, and as I said, it'll move from town to town. That's what I'll be organising, that kind of thing. So we'll have situations. It'll probably be based around full-day events in each of the towns. I'll be out working with the venues in the towns to make sure that I can get as much music into each area and support. We just need you to come along and support those. Get out, enjoy yourself a little bit, smile on the island again.
Yeah.
With the podcast, you're going to be taking the main role, aren't you, and bringing lots of different guests in?
Yeah, so you're going to see a little bit more of my face. And we're going to be doing basically little episodes on the different sectors, speaking to different people regarding diet, exercise, you know, money, a lot of things that make up the reasons why people struggle. It's not just one thing where it's a black cloud just following over people's heads. It's a number of things that make up. So basically the idea is to give people a more rounded view, educate people, and if it's something that you're struggling with at the moment, hopefully give you a little bit of advice and guidance, and basically just touch on things that people don't want to talk about. And I think that's I think that is the issue in a lot of ways, that people don't understand. So the idea behind that is to help people understand and be a bit more, recognise things in people where they may be struggling, be a bit more compassionate and a bit more understanding, and how to help people, because I think that's the one thing we all struggle with. Sometimes we don't know how to help each other, and that's what we need. We need to change that, I think.
Yeah, and
so that's what we'll be looking to get that out in the next couple of weeks.
And hopefully we're not too amateurish this time. It is our very first ever attempt at doing something like this. So if it's not perfect, we'll hopefully learn along the way with you. And we hope we've been entertaining enough or interesting enough for you to stay
life
on
isn't
course
perfect.
with it.
This is good. This is real.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. So, yeah. But like I say, we can't stress enough. We do need your support. This is your island. It's our island. It's your community. And we've got to help each other. So we can't stress that enough. Local businesses, people, you're interested, like say, doing these courses, just anything you think that you can help with, speak to us, get in touch, come and help us, come and join the campaign and do what it says on the tin. Start a conversation.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking. So I think that's about it, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
So yeah. Cheers, Andy. Stay gold, stay hopeful, and we'll see you soon.
Good.
Boom.